From BCPL, they developed B language. BCPL led it to B. Who is the developer of B? He is known as Ken Thompson. It was developed by Ken Thompson. Who is that? Ken Thompson. What is the motto to develop B language? Their motto is to develop a multi-user operating system. Actually, they successfully developed a multi-user operating system and named it as Multix. Now we know popular programming operating systems, Unix, Linux. The first multi-user operating system name is Multix. After inventing B language, they successfully invented multi-user operating system. Actually, the languages BCPL and B both are typeless programming languages. Or what are those? Typeless programming languages. What is the meaning of typeless? What is the meaning of typeless means? In C language, we can find some data types, characters, integer, float, double, like that. But in BCPL and B, there are no data types. A language without any data type is called as typeless programming language. So these two are typeless programming languages. Then Dennis Ritchie developed a new programming language and introduced data types. That programming language name is called as C. What is that? C. Now from B led to C. Who is the developer of this one? It was developed by Dennis Ritchie. Dennis Ritchie. It was developed in 1972 at AT&T Bell Laboratory. Bell Laboratory. Right. Now, on Unix machine, Unix operating system machine, on Unix machine. It is the brief history of C programming language. Now, let me explain again. There is a popular programming language called BCPL. BCPL stands for Basic Combined Programming Language. It was developed by Martin Richard. Who is that? Martin Richard. Right? From BCPL, B language was developed. It was developed by Ken Thompson. From B language, C language was developed. It was developed by Dennis Ritchie. Actually, BCPL and B are typeless programming languages, means there are no data types in that language. C is a typed programming language. That means it has data types. Now, what is C language? What you know about C language? What is C language? Actually, C is a middle level language. What is that? C is a middle level language. C is a middle level language. What is the meaning of middle level? There are two types of programming languages, low level languages and high level languages. C is a middle level language. Why? Because it supports low level language features as well as high level language features. So C is a middle level language. C is a POP language. POP language. What is the meaning of POP? Procedure oriented programming language. What is that? Procedure oriented programming language. POP stands for procedure oriented programming language. Why it was called as procedure oriented programming language means in C language we doesn't give important to data, we give important to functions. Functions are nothing but procedures. So it is called as procedure oriented programming language. It was called as procedure oriented programming language. Now C is a top to bottom approach language. Approach language. C language executed from top to bottom, line by line, in order. So Java, C++, these are executed from bottom to up, but C language always executed from top to bottom. So it follows the top to bottom approach. Who is the developer of C? C was developed by Dennis Ritchie. Dennis Ritchie. C is a structured programming language. Structured programming language. What is the meaning of structured programming language? We have to follow the sequence of steps also. You cannot change the sequence of steps. We have to follow the same structure. We have to follow the same sequence. Otherwise, you won't get any answer. You won't get any correct output. So C is called as a structured programming language, procedure oriented programming language, middle level language. It follows top to bottom approach. Right. Now I will explain. Can you note it down? Please, can you note it down? Please note it. Write down this one. I will scroll down. BCPL is a basic combined programming language. It was developed by Martin Richard. From BCPL, there is a new programming language called B. It was developed by Ken Thompson. B was developed to develop a multi-user operating system. Actually, BCPL, B are typeless programming languages. Means there are no data types in BCPL and B. B led to C. From B language, Dennis Ritchie developed a new programming language called C in 1972 at the AT&T Bell Laboratory on Unix operating system machine. Right. Now, what is C language? C is a middle level language. C is a procedure oriented programming language. C is a top to bottom approach language. C was developed by Dennis Ritchie. C is a structured programming language. C is a structured programming language. Now I will explain how to write a sample C program. How to write a sample C program. Now I will explain here. See, this is a code block software where we can practice our C language. Now your C program will be look like. At the top, you have to write hash include stdio.h. After that, you have to write one main method. It can be write int main or void main. There are so many methods, so many ways are there. I will explain later. It has processing statements. Processing statements. Right. This is the sample C program we can write. Now my next topic is sample C program. Right. Now it is the sample C program. Right. Now this line is called as hash include stdio.h. This line is called as include statement. What is that? Include statement. Int main, it is called as main method. What is that? Main method, or we can call it as main function. Method and function both are same in C. So for what purpose we have to write a program? To give solution to a problem. The solution means step-by-step procedure. That should be right in between these two curly brackets. That code is called as processing statements. What is that? processing statements. So this is a sample C program. Now I will explain it. Any C program has three types of parts. Three types of parts. First one is include statements. Second one is main method. Third one is processing statements. Right. Now, what is include statement? What is the meaning of this one? Include statement means what? Include statement. Right. I will explain what is include statement now. Include statements are nothing but these are the first statements in any C program. Why? Because we write hash include stdio.h on top of the program. On top of the program. So it is called as, it is a first statement in any C program. Now it always begins with which symbol? This is called as hash symbol. So it always begins with the hash symbol. It always begins with this symbol. The name of this symbol is called as hash. Hash symbol. We can call this as preprocessor directive. So it is also called as preprocessor directive. Now what is the meaning of preprocessor? In 10th class examination you have final examination. Before that we have pre-final examination. Pre means prior, before the main, right? So preprocessor, why it is called as preprocessor means the lines those begins with a hash symbol are called as preprocessor. Why? Because these will be executed at the time of compilation, not at the time of running. These lines executed at the time of compilation, so these are called as preprocessor. These are executed at the time of compilation, so it is called preprocessor. It is called as preprocessor. What is the meaning of directive? What is the meaning of directive? Directive means hash include statement give direction to the compiler. It gives direction to compiler, so it is called as directive. So it gives, hash include statement gives direction, give direction to compiler. So it is called as preprocessor directive, right? This always begins with which symbol? Hash symbol. Now what is the meaning of this one? Why we have to write at the top of the every program hash include stdio.h? Why we need to write this? Right. Now your aim is to build some application, nothing but app. Application, app, program, all are common terminologies. To build an application, we need to use lot of tools. Those tools are already developed by Dennis Ritchie and kept them in a header file called stdio. The file name is stdio. Std means standard. IO means input and output. Its name is standard input and output. H means header file. So to build our applications, we required a lot of tools. Those tools are already developed by Dennis Ritchie and kept in header files. That header file is called as stdio.h. Before going to use those functionalities, those tools, we have to include this. So stdio.h can be included by using hash include. Now whenever you write hash include stdio.h, then what happens? the code inside stdio.h header file will be copied into your program, will be copied into your program. So before going to use the tools of stdio.h, we have to copy those tools into your program. That can be done by hash include stdio.h. Now, what is the use of this statement? It is used to copy the content, the content of header file. Which header file? stdio.h header file into our program, right? So whenever you copy the stdio.h header file, then what happens? You can use the tools of stdio.h, so that we can use the tools. Tools means printf function, scanf function. Okay, lot of functions are there in stdio.h. Those can be used, so that we can use the tools of stdio.h in our program, and we can build our applications easily. And we can build our applications easily. Right. Now, what is the meaning of this one? Right. What is the use of std hash include stdio.h? Okay, I am explaining about. It is a first statement in any C program. You have to write that statement at the top. So it is a first statement in any C program, C language program. C means C program, right? It always begins with a hash symbol. It always begins with which symbol? A hash symbol. It is also called as preprocessor directive. There is another name for include statement, that is called as preprocessor directive. What is the meaning of preprocessor? This statement will be executed at the time of compilation, not at the time of program running. So it is called as preprocessor, right? Now it is also called as a directive. Why? Because it gives direction to compiler. What is the meaning of compiler here? You write the program in English, but computer cannot understand English. It can understand only zeros and ones. So whatever you write here, that must be converted into machine understandable. That process is called as compilation. That can be done by a special software called as compiler. What is that? Compiler. Now it is used to, what is the use of this one? It is used to copy the content of header file. Header file. What is the name of that header file? stdio.h into our program, right? Suppose I want to do a function at my home. I need a tent, I need some chairs, I need some tables. Those are available in tent house. I have to brought from tent house and use them. In the same manner, to build an application, you require so many tools. Those tools are already available in header files. First, you have to copy them and use them. How to copy the content of header file into our program? By using hash include stdio.h, right? Now, it is called as include statement. Now, the next concept is, what is main method? What is the main method? Right. My second concept, main method. Right. Now, main method means in any C program, you have to write at least one main method. Why? Because it is the entry point of any program. It is the entry point of any program. Suppose your program has thousands of lines. From those lines, which statement should be executed first? Where you write void main or int main, that statement will be executed first. Means your execution, your program will be executed from main method. So it is called as first executable statement. It is first executable statement. It is entry point. It is entry point of any program. Your program will be executed from main method only, right? It is very important function. So it is core. It is core. We have to write main method, at least one main method you have to write. Why? Because it is compulsory method. So it is called as mandatory. It is mandatory means compulsory. You have to write a main method compulsory. So it is very, very important. Somebody can write twice or thrice. No, it's not possible. You have to write main method only one time, means it cannot be duplicated. You cannot write duplicate main methods. So it cannot be duplicated, right? You cannot write main method more than one time, right? Now it has 6 forms. You can write a main method in 6 forms. One is main, just the main you can write main, or you can write int main. You can write int main, or you can write void main, or you can write main of void, or you can write int main of void, or you can write like this: void main of void, void main of void. Actually, C is a case sensitive programming language. You should not use capital letters. All are lowercase letters. Int, void, main, all are lowercase letters only. So a C program, a main method can be write in 6 models. Here I used which model? Second model. Or you can go for third model also. Or you can go for fourth model. Or you can go for fifth one, sixth one. Whatever you want to use, you can use. Right? Nobody have a right to ask you. Right? Now your main method has how many forms? 6 forms. Right. Now tell me, okay, I will explain about the main method once again. What is main method? It is first executable statement. You should be in a position to answer this question. Why? Because in all the programs you use main method. Without main method, you cannot build a C program. So you should know what is main. Right. It is the first executable statement. It is the first executable. The right. It is entry point of any program. Your program will be executed from main method only. So it is entry point. It is core. Core means, what is this? Core means it is compulsory. It is very, very important. It is core means important function. It is mandatory means you cannot write a C program without main method. So it is mandatory function. Right. Now it cannot be duplicated. You cannot write main method more than once. More than once. Right. It has 6 forms. How many forms it has? 6 forms: main method, int main, void main, main of void, int main of void, void main of void. There are 6 forms, right? Now the next one is, can you note down this? Can you note down? So you better to write some running notes, sample C program. My dear friends, better to note down it. My dear friends, listen. Learning the C program means not learning the programs. Learning the C program means learning the basics of C. Learning all the concepts of C. That is the learning of C program. Okay, right? I am okay. It's so fast. I will tell you slowly. No problem at all, right? My dear friends, I will tell you slowly. Hash include stdio.h. It is called as include statement. Int main. It is called as a main method. In between the curly brackets, you have to write processing statements. right? In any C program, you may see three types of statements: include statements, main method, processing statements. Right? If you want, I will share the running notes. No problem at all. Right? Every day I can share the running notes. Right? Better to write 2 3 days. After that, I will share the running notes. No problem. It is demo class now. That's why I am not sharing. From tomorrow onwards, I will share it. No problem. Any C program has three types of parts: include statements, main method, processing statement. What is the meaning of include statement? It is a first statement in any C program. It is a first statement in any C program. It always begins with which symbol? It always begins with a hash symbol. It is also called as preprocessor directive. Why it is called as preprocessor means these are executed at the time of compilation, not at the time of running. Right? It gives direction to compiler. It gives direction to compiler. What is the use of writing hash include stdio.h? It copy the content of header file called stdio.h into our program. Now, what is the use of copying stdio.h? After copying the content of stdio.h, the tools under stdio.h can be used by you and you can build our applications easily. You can build your applications easily. That is about include statement. Now, what is main method? It is the first executable statement. It is entry point. It is entry point means your program will be start its execution from main. So it is entry point of any program. It is core. Core means it is very, very important. It is mandatory. Mandatory means what is the meaning of mandatory? Mandatory means compulsory. You have to write at least one main method, that is known as mandatory. It cannot be duplicated means you cannot write more than one main method in a program. You cannot write more than one main method in a program. Right. You can write a main method in 6 forms. How many forms are there? 6 forms. Just like as main, int main, void main, main of void, int main of void main of void, like that. Right. Now I am going to third concept, that is what is processing statements. Processing statements. Processing statements are nothing but the step-by-step procedure to solve a particular problem. That is called as processing statements. The step-by-step procedure to solve a specific problem is called as processing statement. These statements will have three tasks. One is what to do to solve a problem, what you have to do. Second one, how to do. In which procedure you have to solve that problem. Third one, when to do, at what time you have to do the task. These are nothing but processing statements. Processing statements are nothing but the code. Processing statements are used to describe three things. What are those? What to do, comma, how to do, comma, when to do, in order to solve a problem. We are writing so many programs in C language. What is the meaning of that one? Why we have to write code? Why we have to write programs? Why we have to write a program means program is nothing but a solution to a particular problem. Your solution tells 3 points. One is what to do. Your program will tell how to do. Your program will tell when to do. So what to do, how to do, when to do. Your program will tell these three things. To whom? To compiler. To whom? To compiler. So this is nothing but processing statements. Right. With this we finished the sample C program concept. I already explained hash include stdio.h, main method, inside that processing statements. Now I kept a semicolon here. What is the name of semicolon? That semicolon in every program, every line must be separated by a special symbol. See here, I have given space here, I have given comma here, I have given full stop here. What is the meaning of these symbols? Space means it is used to separate the words. Comma, continuation, full stop, end of a sentence. Like that, in your C program also, you have to terminate each and every statement, means each and every line with a semicolon. That symbol is called as statement terminator. What is that symbol? Statement terminator. Statement terminator. That symbol is called as semicolon. Semicolon is called as statement terminator. Right. Now, what is the meaning of statement? Statement is nothing but an instruction given to computer. I am asking you, stand up. Please switch off your fan. Please mute your mic, or please unmute your mic. These are nothing but instructions given to you. Now, instruction given to computer is called as a statement. Now, what is a statement? An instruction given to computer is called as what? Statement. Right? Every statement must be end with a special symbol that is called as semicolon. That semicolon is called as statement terminator. Every statement must end with a symbol called semicolon, called semicolon, known as semicolon, right? Known as symbol, known as semicolon. It is called as, what is the name of semicolon? Statement terminator. You have to remember this name. In interview, they will ask what is the name of this semicolon. It is not semicolon. Actually, it is a statement terminator. You have to remember that name. Right. Now, in every C program, you use this symbol, this one. What is that? Am I audible? No voice from me? No voice from me? Am I audible? Somebody says no voice from you, sir. Can I continue the class? Am I audible? Ping a message. Friends, ping a message. Yes, sir. Okay, thank you. Roxana Sheikh, thank you. Right. Right. Semicolon. Okay, right. Manjunada. Thank you. Right. Thank you for your reply. What is the symbol? In every program, you use this symbol. Lot of students are saying that it is curly bracket. No, it is not curly bracket. It has a special name in C. That name is called as special name in C. That name is called as open delimiter. What is that? Open delimiter. Delimiter. Right. What is the symbol of this one? The symbol is open flower bracket. That is called as open delimiter. Right. Why we typed here? It indicates the beginning of function. What is the use of this symbol? It indicates the beginning of function. What is the use of this symbol? It indicates ending of the function. Now, limit means limits. You know limits. Being in your limits. Sometimes your friend or your mother or your teacher speak like this. Being in your limits. What is the meaning of limit? You know, no? So, limits. These two symbols indicates the limits of a function. It is called as open delimiter. It is called as closing delimiter. Right. Now, what is the meaning of open delimiter? Open delimiter is nothing but it is used to indicate. It is used. It is used to indicate the beginning of function or block. Block means group of statements. Suppose if you know C language, you know while block, if block, switch block, structure block. So block is nothing but a group of statements. So how to indicate the function begins, how to indicate the block begins by using this symbol. It is used to indicate the beginning of function or block. It is called as open delimiter. What is that? Open delimiter. Now, next one is closing delimiter. Closing delimiter. Now, what is the symbol for that? Closing curly bracket. Right. It is used to indicate the ending of function or block. It is used to, this closing delimiter or closing curly bracket is used to indicate the ending of function. My function is completed, my block is completed. How to tell? By using this symbol, curly, closing curly brackets. So it is called as closing delimiter. What is that? It is called as closing delimiter. Now there is one symbol before that. It is known as comment. What is that? Comment. What is the meaning of comment? See, in software development, a team of persons develop a software. After developing that software, they hand over to the customer. Whenever they finished, the developers left from that team, left from that project, and they were assigned another project. Suppose if any doubt occurs to the client, who will explain that doubt? Who will clear the doubt? To clearing the doubts, to give assistance to the client, there is one more team that is known as maintenance team. You will develop the project. After developing, you move to next project. In your place, there is new team will be appointed. That team's duty is to clear the doubts of the customer. So you have to write a program in such a way that can be understood by maintenance team also. For that, you have to write comments inside the program. Comments inside the program. By studying the comments, the developers team or maintenance team can understand your program easily. So comments are nothing but simply statements. That's it. Those are for easily understandable. Those are for easily understandable. What is the use of comment? Comments are used to easily understand the program. Actually, if you write comments, those doesn't compile, means those doesn't converted to machine understandable. So comments doesn't compile. Comments does not compile. Comments doesn't converted to machine understandable code, means machine language. Comments does not converted to machine code. Machine code. If your program does not compile, means it does not converted to machine language. That's it. So comments doesn't compile, doesn't converted to machine code, doesn't execute also. Comment does not execute, doesn't execute, execute. These are not compiling, these are not converted into machine language, these are not executing. For what is the use of these? These are not for compiler, these are justly for user. So these are simply for our purpose. These are simply for user. So these are simply for user purpose. These are simply for user purpose, right? So comments are writing inside the program, not for the computer. These are for the user, right? Whenever you write comments, then the program can be understood easily. There are two types of comments. How many types of comments are there? Two types. These are two types of two types. One is single line comment. What is that? Single line comment. Second one is multi-line comment. How many types of comments are there? Two types of comments are there. Single line comment and multi-line comment. Now, what is the meaning of single line comment? Single line comment means if a comment is so small, it fit in one line, then it is called as single line comment. That's it. So a comment is small. If a comment is small, then it fit in one line, then it is called as one line, then it is called as single line comment. That's it. Single line comment. Single line comment always begins with this symbol. What is that? By and by, right? This symbol. So single line comment always begins with which symbol? This symbol, right? It always begins with by symbol, right? Example, this is a single line comment. Now what about multi-line comment? Multi-line comment. Multi-line comment is nothing but a comment which is large, which is lengthy. Now comment, if a comment is lengthy, then it does not fit, in one line. then it wraps to multiple lines, then it wraps to multiple lines, then it is called, what is that? If you write a comment in multiple lines, then it is called as multi-line comment. That's it. Multi-line comment. Suppose your comment is somewhat lengthy, then it does not fit in one line, then it move to multiple lines, then that is called as multi-line comment. Right. Multi-line comment always enclosed within. Multi-line comment always enclosed. It has to be right like this. Starting multi-line comment by and star. After writing the comment, you have to close this by using star and by. By and star and by. So it always enclosed within by and star and by. Now I am giving an example for this. Example for multi-line comment. Now how to start a multi-line comment? By using by and star. Here you have to write multi-line start comment. This is the example to multi-line comment. So this is about multi-line comment, right? Now I will explain. In all the programs, you have to use semicolon. What is the name of semicolon? It is called as statement terminator. Every line of your program must be terminated using one symbol. That symbol is called as semicolon. That is called as statement terminator. In every program, you use open flower bracket. It is called as open delimiter. These two indicate the limits of main function. Main function begins from here. Main functions end with this. These two are indicating the limits. So it is called as limiter. It is one limiter. It is another limiter. It is for opening. So it is called as open delimiter. It is for ending. So it is called as closing delimiter. So open delimiter and closing delimiter. Now this round function, this is called as function symbol. So function or method, both are same. So this symbol is called as function symbol, right? So in C programming language, you can write brackets in four ways. These are the square brackets. These are the flower brackets. These are the round brackets. These are the angular brackets. Four types of brackets you can use. I used this one to include the header file. Hash include stdio.h. You have to write within the less than and greater than symbol. Okay, it is one type of brackets. After void main, you use this symbol. It indicates function. It indicates function. After main method, you use this one. Open curly bracket and closing curly bracket. These two indicates the beginning of block or beginning of function, ending of block or ending of function. These two, okay, I did not use in my program. These two represents the array. Array is a concept in C program. I will explain later, right? So these four types of brackets you can use. Now what is the use of this symbol? This symbol is called as function symbol. Function symbol, right? Now tell me, it is used to indicate the function or method. So here after main you used this symbol, means it is called as main function. If you write like this, show, after using this round brackets, it is called as show function. What is the name of this one? Function name is show. It is show function. So like this. It is the symbol of function. Right. This is about the main program or sample C program, right? So with this, I am closing the today's session. Right. Thank you for your patient listening. Tomorrow I will explain the rest of the code. Right. So how far you write? You write up to this one, no? Processing statements. Note on this one. Statement. You have to write down from a statement terminator. Note it down. Statement terminator, semicolon. Anybody want to talk to me? Anybody want to talk to me? If you want to talk to me, then unmute your mic. Otherwise, mute your mics, my dear friends. Right. After that, write down open delimiter, means open curly bracket. It is used to indicate the beginning of function, or it is used to indicate the beginning of block. Block means a group of statements. Next one is closing delimiter or closing curly bracket. It is used to indicate the end of the function, or it is used to indicate the end of the block. Next, what is comment? Comment is nothing but a sentence right in the program which increase the understandability. Comments are used to easily understand the program. Comments doesn't compile. Comments does not convert it to machine language. Comments does not execute also. Comments are doesn't compile, doesn't convert it to machine code, does not execute. For what purpose we are writing? These are simply writing for user purpose, for our purpose. These are not for machine, these are for us. How many types of comments are there? Two types of comments are there. One is single line comment, second one multi-line comment. What is the meaning of single line comment? If a comment is so small, then it fit in one line, then it is called single line comment. It always begins with by and by slash symbol. This can be right like this. Next one is multi-line comment. What is the meaning of multi-line comment? If a comment is lengthy, then it does not fit in one line, then it wraps to multiple lines. Then it wraps to multiple lines. Then it is called as multi-line comment. Multi-line comment always enclosed within these two symbols, slash, star, ends with star slash. The example is this one, right? This is for today's class. Can I sign off? Pankaj, do you want to talk to me? Okay, friends, I am signing for this.
Hello, sir.
Amma, tell me.
Sir, tomorrow timing, sir, classes daily
6:15 to 7:15.
6:15 to 7:15, sir.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, okay, sir.
Any problem to you, Pankaj?
Yeah, sir. Yeah, sir. Sir, I'm going to
Tell me,
spoken
tell me.
English class. I'm going to spoken English classes, sir. Daily
Ah, okay, right.
5 to 6:30, sir. Classes.
6:30.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can you attend after 6:30? 6:30 to 7:30, is it okay for you?
Yes, sir.
6:30 to 7:30. Do from tomorrow onwards, I will start 10 minutes later, right?
Okay, okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Then you can join, right? After some time, I will start at 6:30.
Okay,
Okay.
sir. Thank
After
you, sir.
2 3 days, I will start at the 6:30. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Okay. Okay. Right, okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Right. Now today, I am going to explain some concepts. Those are nothing but first one is data type. Now, what is a data type? You know, thumbs up, Sprite, Mazda, Coca Cola. What are those? Those are the names of cool drinks. Am I right? Types of cool drinks, right? Banana, mango, apple. What are those? Types of fruits. In the same manner, we have data types. What are those? We have data types. Now, C language supports four types of data types. First of all, what is the data type? Read this in reverse order. Type of data. Data type is nothing but type of data. Right. See, every data type is a keyword in C language. So, data type is a keyword. Keyword in the sense reserved word. A word which was already defined inside the C language is called as keyword. Data type is a keyword. It is used to describe, means give description, describe the type of data. What is the use of data type? It is used to describe the type of data. Right. Now, how many data types are supported by C language? Means 4. So, C language is provided 4 types of data types. C language provides 4 types of data types. What are those? One is built-in data types. What is the first one? Built-in data types. Second one is derived data types. Second one is the derived data types. Third one is user defined data types. Fourth one is empty data type. These 4 are the data types available in C language. Now, what is the meaning of built-in data type? What is built-in data type? Built-in data type means these are already provided by C language developers. These are already there in C language. These are already available in C language. The data types, those are already available in C language. Right. These are again classified into 4 types. C provides 4 types of built-in data types. Built-in data types. How many built-in data types are there? 4 types of built-in data types are there. One is char, second one is int, third one is float, fourth one is double. These 4 data types are available in C language. That's why C is called as a typed programming language. Yesterday I said C is a typed programming language. What is the meaning of typed programming language? It supports 4 data types. It supports 4 data types. So it is called as, it supports data type. That's why it is called as typed programming language. I will explain in details about these 4 data types in table. I am going to insert a table here. Now, insert a column at the right. See, what is the data type? So for every data type it has its own size. Now, what is the size of data type? In 32-bit operating system, 32-bit operating system, what is the size of data type in 64-bit operating system? Do you know what is operating system? In our phones, we have Android operating systems. In my laptop, I have Windows 10 operating system. Operating system is nothing but a software which controls all the activities of a computer. So these are 4 types. Till now, the operating systems are 4 types. 8-bit operating systems. Next one is 8-bit first one. Next one is 16-bit. Third one is 32-bit operating system. Fourth one is recently we are loading 64-bit operating system. Now these two are outdated. 8-bit and 16 bits are outdated. Now most of the computers are having 32-bit operating system. Recent computers are having 64-bit operating system. What is the difference between 8-bit, 16-bit, 32-bit, 64-bit? It is nothing but bandwidth. Simply call it as width of the data cable. Right, I will explain it. Now, whenever you type the data using keyboard. To move the data from keyboard to CPU, there is one cable attached to CPU. That cable is nothing but a data cable or data data bus. Simply, it is called as bus. The width of the bus is 8 bits here. 8 bits can move parallelly in 8-bit bus. In 16-bit bus, at a time, 16 bits can move parallelly. In 32-bit operating system, 32 bits move parallelly. In recent operating system, 64 bits can move parallelly at a time in that cable. Now this is nothing but width of the cable. So 16-bit is more powerful than 8-bit, 32-bit is more powerful than these two, 62-bit, 64-bit is more powerful than these three. Recently, we are having 64-bit operating systems. Most of the computers may have 32-bit operating system also. That's why I am going to explain the size in 32-bit as well as 64-bit. Here I am going to explain what are the examples of data types. Suppose there is a first data type character. Character in the sense it is nothing but alphabets, means A or B or C and so on Z, or capital A or capital B or capital C and so on capital Z, or plus symbol also a character, it is a special character, comma minus symbol, it is also a character, into symbol, by symbol, less than symbol, greater than symbol, all are called as characters. The data which was included within the single quotation is called as character. A, it is included within the single quotation, which was represented within the single quotation is called as character. The size of character in 32-bit operating system is 1 byte. 1 byte. In 64-bit operating system also, its size is only 1 byte. 1 byte. Right. Now, next data type is integer data type. Integer in the sense numbers 1, 2, 3 and so on. Numbers, so many numbers are there, 125, 1045, all these are numbers, round numbers. Any round number is called as integer. The size of integer in 32-bit operating system is 2 bytes. 2 bytes. In 64-bit operating system is 4 bytes. What is the size of integer in 64-bit operating system? 4 bytes. What is the size of integer in 32-bit operating system? Only 2 bytes. These are nothing but integers. Now we have one more data type, float. Float size is 4 bytes in 32-bit operating system, same 4 bytes in a 64-bit operating system. Float is nothing but real number, means floating point number, or like 1.0, 1.1, 1.1, 1.125. So these must have a decimal point, points should be. So these are nothing but floating point values. Round numbers are called as integers. If the number is having dot symbol, then it is called as float. There is one more data type, that is double. Its size is 8 bytes in a 32-bit operating system, same 8 bytes in 64-bit operating system. Double means same decimal point, 1.0, 1.1, 1.125, all these are float double values. How it is possible? Here I said 1.0 is float, Now I am saying 1.0 is double. Actually 1.7, 1.0, is it float or double? It should not be both, no. It should be related to float or it should be related to double. We cannot see, we cannot tell it is double or float by seeing single precision. The digit after dot symbol is called as precision. How many precisions I represent here? Only one precision. Here, three precisions. By seeing below six precisions, you cannot predict it is float or it is double. So, first of all, we need to know what is the difference between float and double. If it is float value, float, result equal to 100 by 3. I write an expression like this. I am creating a double value, result equal to 100 by 3. I am creating one more expression here. What is the result of 100 by 3? The result is 33.333333 like that and so on. What is the result of 100 by 3? It is also same, 33.33333333 and so on. Now what is the difference between float and double means? Float maintains only 6 precisions. It maintains only 6 precisions. The digits after point symbol, this is point symbol, no? The digits after point symbol is called as precision. How many precisions are here? 6 precisions. Whereas double, it maintains 10 precisions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Right. So remaining digits will be truncated or deleted. Now what is the difference between these two? It is nothing but float maintains 6 precisions, whereas double maintains 10 precisions. Right. Only the difference in precision. That's it. Now I am giving a note. Float maintains how many precisions? 6 precisions. Whereas double maintains how many precisions? 10 precisions. Right. Only it maintains 6 precisions. Double maintains 10 precisions. If you want accurate result, then better to take double instead of using float. Right. If you don't want points, then you can take float or double, or you can take integer also. If you don't want point values, then you can take integer or you can take float or you can take double. So that is the difference between float and double. Now these four are the built-in data types. What are those? These four are the built-in data types. What about second data type? That is known as derived data types. What is that? Derived data types. Now what is the derived data type? Derived data type is nothing but the data type which was created by using these built-in data types. The data types, those are created or developed by using these four: char, int, float, double. These four are known as built-in data types. No, built-in data types. Those data types are called as derived data types. Right? What is that? The data types. Those are built. Those are built using built-in data types are called derived data types. What is that? Derived data types. There are two types of derived data types. One is arrays. One is arrays. Second one is pointers. I will explain these two concepts later. Right? Arrays pointer concept is there. Pointer concept is there. So there are two chapters, arrays and pointers. I will explain about these later. Right? Now these are nothing but derived data types. What is the meaning of derived data types? The data types, those are created or built using built-in data types. Those are called as derived data types. Now what about third one? Third one is user defined data types. User defined data types. Now these are the data types Those are defined by user, means you can define your own data types with your name. Suppose your name is Rama, you can define a data type as Rama. If your name is Sita, then you can define a new data type like as Sita. So these are nothing but user defined data types. The data types, those are created or defined by user are called as user defined data types. Suppose you create your own data type, that data type is called as user defined data types. These are four types. How many types of user defined data types are there? Four types of user defined data types are there. One is structure. What is that? Structure. Second one is union. Union is one of the user defined data type. Enum. Enum means enumerator. It is also one of the user defined data type. Fourth one is type def. It is also one of the user defined data type. What is the meaning of user defined data type? The data type which is created or which is defined by you, means user, are called as user defined data types. How many types of user defined data types are there? You can define your own data type by using structure concept, or by using union concept, or by using enumerator concept, or by using type def concept. These four are the user defined data types. Okay, I will explain these in later. Why? Because after arrays, I can explain these topics, right? Now, what about the fourth data type? Fourth data type is nothing but empty data type. What is that? Empty data type. Empty data type is nothing but void. Void is nothing but empty. Suppose I asked you, oh, I need 1 lakh rupees. Can you give me? If you have, you can give. Otherwise, you say no. No means nothing. You are not going to give me nothing. That nothing can be represented by using empty data type. Void. Void means nothing. So C language provides one, only one empty data type called, what is the name of that car? That one, void, called void. Void is a empty data type. Void is a empty data type, right? Now note it down. Please all of you note down. What is the concept? The concept name is data type. What is data type? Data type is nothing but a keyword. What is the meaning of keyword? Write down. Write down. New students are listen. Okay. Okay. Already listen students are noted down. Data type is a keyword. Keyword is nothing but some reserved words. Some words are already defined inside the computer. There is a town Hyderabad. It was already named. Some names are already defined. Our country name India. It was already defined. Some names are already defined inside the computer. Some names are already defined inside the C language. Those names are nothing but keywords. Now, these character, integer, float, double, all these are keywords. So, data type is a keyword. What is the use of these data types? These are used to describe the type of data. Type of data means what type of data you have. You have character data, or you have integer data, or you have float data, or you have double data. What type of data you have, that can be represented by using these data types. How many types of data types are there in C language? There are four types of data types. One is built-in data types. Second one is derived data types. Third one is user defined data types. Fourth one is empty data type. Four types of data types are there. Now, what is built-in data type? Built-in data types means the data types, those are already developed and provided in C language. The data types, those are already developed and provided in C language. Those Data types are called as built-in data types. How many built-in data types are there? There are 4 types of built-in data types. One is character, second one is integer, third one is float, fourth one is double. I represent the data types in details using this table. Right. Now these are the data types available in C. Character, integer, float, double. Here I represent the size in 32-bit operating system as well as sizes in 64-bit operating system. Recently, our systems are having 64-bit operating system. Some old systems are having only 32-bit operating system. The size of character, integer, float, double in 32-bit systems are like this. The size of character in 32-bit operating system is 1 byte. In 64-bit operating system also 1 byte. The size of integer in 32-bit operating system it is 2 bytes, whereas in 64-bit operating system it is different. 2 bytes, it is here 4 bytes. The sizes of float and double both are same in 32-bit operating system as well as 64-bit operating system. Both are same. All right. Now, what are the examples of character? Characters are nothing but ABCDs, alphabets, small a to small z, capital A to capital Z, and special symbols plus u, minus u, into, by, percentage symbol, less than, greater than, equal to, not equal to. Okay, all these are known as characters. How to represent, how to understand that is it a character or not? That should be represented within the single quotation. Characters are always represented within the single quotation. So like that we have to remember. Suppose I represent 5 inside the single quotation, then it is also character. Suppose I represent 7 or 9 within the single quotation, then it is also a character. It is not integer. Actually 5 is integer, 9 also integer. But if you represent those inside the single quotation, then those are also called as character. Please remember this one. It is a number in character format. It is also a number in character format. These are the numbers in integer format. 5, 9. These are the numbers in integer format. These are the numbers in character format. Identify the difference. Right. Now, character, integer. Integer in the sense round number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All these are integers. Right. Now, what is float? Float is nothing but decimal number or real number 1.0, 1.1, 1.125, 1.34, 1.57, 12.37. All these are floating point numbers. What is the meaning of double? Double also same. Double also 1.0, 1.1, 1.125 like that. Right. Same. Now what is the difference between? Now I said 1.0 is float. Now I am saying 1.0 is double. Now what is the difference between float and double? See here. Float. Float represents or float contains 6 precisions. Float contains only 6 precisions. Whereas double stores up to 10 precisions. It has up to 10 precisions. It has only up to 6 precisions. Only the number of precisions is the difference between float and double. Remaining is same. Size is also different. Size of float is 4 bytes, whereas size of double is 8 bytes. The number of precisions of float is 6 bytes, 6 precisions. The number of precisions of double is 10 precisions. Those two are the difference. Now is it clear what is character, what is integer, what is float, what is double? Is it clear? Right. Now next one is derived data types. What is the second one? Derived data types. There are 4 types of built-in data types are there. By using these built-in data types, you create other data types then those data types are called as derived data types. The data types, those are built using built-in data types, those are called as derived data types. There are two types of derived data types are there, arrays and pointers. So these are two types. How many types? These are two types. One is arrays and pointer. Next one is user defined data type. What is the next one? User defined data type. Right. The data types, those are created or defined by you. Its name may be your choice. You can create a data type as Rama, you can create a data type as India, you can create a data type as Sita. You can create your own data type by using these data types. So these are called as user defined data types. So you can create your own data type by using these four topics. One is structure. By using structure concept, you can define your own data type. By using union concept, you can define your own data type. By using enum concept, you can define your own data type. By using type def concept, you can define your own data type. Now remember, you require these four right now. What is char, what is int, what is float, what is double. Arrays and pointers I will explain later. You not required right now. These are four also. Structure, union, enumerator, type def. These four also not required right now. These are required after some time. Okay. Or nearly it will take 1 month time. After 1 month time, these topics I will explain. Right. So these are nothing but user defined data types. How many user defined data types are there? Four types of user defined data types are there. So these are four types. Four types of user defined data types are there. Structure, union, enum, and type. There is one empty data type. Empty is nothing but if you want to say nothing. So for that you have to use one empty data type, that is nothing but void. VOID. Void means nothing. Right. So C language provides only one empty data type, that is called void. Right. These are about data types. Now, right. Can I go to next concept? After this, now I am going to explain what is variable. What is variable? Now see, whenever you go to college, you will take a bag. What is a bag? Bag is nothing but a container to store your books, to keep your books. Right. You may take a water bottle. What is the use of water bottle? Water bottle is used to store some water. You can take lunch box. What is the use of lunch box? You can store your lunch or your snacks. So I explained three concepts. One is water bottle, lunch box, and college bag. These three are nothing but containers to store something. In the same manner, to store data, you required one concept that is known as container. That is nothing but variable. Variable is nothing but container, like your pocket. You have a shirt. That shirt is having one pocket. No, what is the use of pocket? To store pen, to store mobile, to store papers. So it is nothing but a container. So what is a variable? First of all, you have to say variable is a container. Right. First, your answer is what is variable means? Okay, variable is a container. What is the use of container? Variable is used to store the data. What is that? To store the data. So what is variable means? You have to say these 2 points. Variable is a container which is used to store the data. Right. In a container, how many values you can store means, in a variable you can store only one value. Only one value. Right. So a variable can store how many values at a time? Can store only one value at a time. At a time. Suppose I have two children. How many school bags I have to buy? Two school bags. Why? Because for each student he required one school bag. In the same manner, a variable can store only one value. Suppose you have 10 values, then you have to create a 10 variables. The meaning of this one is that a variable can store only one value at a time. What is the variable? I will explain in paintbrush. See, this is a memory. What is that? Memory. Variables are created inside the memory. Variables are created inside the memory. So it is called as memory. Now what is variable? Variable is nothing but it is a container. What is that? Container. So I want to store three values. Then I have to create how many containers? I have to create three containers. So three containers are there. To remember this one or to identify this one, we need to assign a name. You have one name. I also have one name. My name is M.C.P. Saheb. Your name may be Rama. Your name may be Sita. Your name may be Murli. In the same manner, to identify a person, we should have a name. In the same manner, to identify the variables, we should have a name. I am naming it as roll number, student name, and marks like that. Now, the name of first container is roll number. The name of second container is called as S name. The name of third container is called as marks. Now, each and every variable must be identified by a name. Am I right? So that is the fourth point. A variable must be identified by a specific name. Specific name means names should not be duplicate. Names should not be duplicate. Every variable has unique name, right? So a variable must be identified by a specific name. Variables are created inside the memory, no? So variables are created inside the memory. Now actually it is container, no? It is better to name as container or it is better to name as box. Why he is naming it as variable? What is the meaning of that one? Variable means it can change its value at runtime. While running the program, the value inside the variable can be changed. Change is nothing but a variation. What is the another name for change? Variation. So variables allow to vary its value. So it is called as variable. Why it is called as variable? Variables can vary its value. Vary means modify. What is the meaning of vary? Modify its value at runtime. At runtime. So it is called as variable. So it is called as variable. So variable is what is variable? Variable is a container. What is the use of this variable? It is used to store the data. Now, how many values we can store in a variable at a time? We can store only one value at a time. Every variable must have a unique name. Every variable must be identified by specific name. The variables are created inside the memory. The variables always creates inside the memory. Variables can allow to modify its value. Modify means variation. So it is called as variable. It is called as variable. Now what is variable you got? So this is nothing but variable. Now how to create a variable? How to create a variable? Right? I created three variables in paintbrush. Am I right? Now you have to write code to create these three variables in C language. What is the code for that? How to create a variable? Create a variable or declaration of variable, both are same, or declaration of variable, both are same. Okay, technical terminology is declaration, general terminology is creation of variable, in the sense declaration of variable. How to declare a variable? Right, before going to declare a variable, we have to specify data type. What is that? Data type of variable. After that, we need to specify the variable name. We need to specify the variable name. You have to represent two things. One is what type of data you are going to store in this. Second name is what is the name of this container. You have to specify two things. What type of data you are going to store in this. Second one is what is the name of this container. You have to say two things. One is data type, second one is variable name. Now, how many variables I created here? I created three variables. What are the names? One is roll number. Second one is student name. Third one is marks. Inside the roll number, what type of data you can store? Roll number means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Whenever your sir taking attendance, they will call roll number 1, roll number 2, roll number 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. All these are round numbers, no? Round numbers are represented using integer number. Now, see here, roll number means it is a number. Roll number 10. Student name is, it is a string. Marks are 950.5, like that. So roll number equal to 10. Student name equal to Raja. Student marks equal to 950.5. What is the data type of 10? It is nothing but integer. So integer roll number I represented here. Now, what is the data inside the S name? Raja. Raja means R is a character, A is a character, J is a character. Again A is a character. So the data type of student name is character. Right. See, whenever you say integer roll number, then what happens? What is the size of integer? Tell me. Size of integer is 2 bytes in 32-bit operating system, 4 bytes in 64-bit operating system. Your system is having 32-bit operating system. Then what is the size of integer? 2 bytes. Now computer allocate only 2 bytes of memory to roll number. The size of this container is 2 bytes. What is the size of container roll number? 2 bytes. Its size is only 2 bytes. Why? Because you represent integer there. What is the size of integer? 2 bytes. Now, what is the size of character? Character size is only 1 byte. In 1 byte of memory, you can store only one character. But here I have to store 4 characters, no? Raja. Suppose your name is Ramana. Suppose your name is Venkata Ramana. Or your name is Venkata Satyanarayana. Venkata Shiva Satyanarayana, like that. Now, how to store multiple characters in S name? Then you have to specify here within the square bracket how many characters you want to store. I want to store 100 characters in S name. Like this you have to represent. Character means 1 byte. How many characters are there? 100 characters. Size of character is 1 into 100. 1 into 100 equal to 100. Computer allocate 100 bytes for this. What is the size of S name? 100 bytes of memory will be allocated to S name. In this S name, you can store up to 100 characters. Why? Because it has 100 bytes of memory. So its size is 100 bytes. Here you can store up to 100 characters. So this is, see here, just you write this. It is called as character. Just you write like this. It is called as character. Whenever you write a square bracket inside that some size, then it is called as string. String is nothing but group of characters. See here, R is a character, A is a character, J is also a character, A is also a character. Whenever you group these four, then it becomes Raja. That is known as string. So whenever you say size of, then it is called as string. It is string, it is integer. Now what about marks? 950.5. Whenever you see point symbol, then this can be a float or this can be a double. Now you have only one precision, then better to take float. Why? Because float size is only 4 bytes. Whenever you write a double, it allocate 8 bytes of memory. To store only one precision, 4 bytes of memory is enough. So better to use float instead of double here. So these three are the examples of variable creation. This is the syntax. Syntax means how to use it. It tells how to use or how to create a variable. That is nothing but syntax. There are some glass doors. Glass door. Doors are so many types. Wooden doors, glass doors. Whenever you see a glass door, then you should not know. You don't know whether it may be push or pull. That's why they stick a notice. Push, pull. Right? By seeing that one, you came to know need to push or need to pull. That is known as syntax. Syntax is nothing but giving direction. It is the syntax. How to create a variable? By using data type as well as by using variable name. By representing these two, you can create a variable. These three are the examples. Whenever you write these 3 lines of code, you can create 3 variables inside the memory like this. I will copy this diagram here. I am going to copy this diagram. Right. Let me copy and paste. This is the memory diagram of these 3 lines. Right. And now tell me how to create a variable. To create a variable, we have to specify. We have to specify. What we have to specify? We have to specify the data type and variable name we have to specify. Data type and variable name we have to specify. Remember one thing, before going to use the variable, you have to create. First you have to create, then you can use. Right? So to use variables, first of all, we have to declare them. We have to declare. Declare means create them. We have to declare them, then we can use them. Right? This it is nothing but variables declaration. Now, whenever you name the variable, I named these variables as one is roll number, second one is S name, third one is marks, like that. Whenever you name these variables, you have to follow some rules and regulations. Those rules and regulations are nothing but scope rules of variables. What are those? Scope rules of variable. Right? I am a computer science and engineering student. I know computers. I love computers. I have 2 children. I named them as printer and scanner. Is it good? Not good. I named them. I named my children as hardware and software. Is it good? Not good. Even you are a computer student, even you love computers, but you should not name your children like computer, hardware, software, virus, MS Office. You should not name them. So there you have to follow some rules and regulations. In the same manner, here also you have to follow some rules and regulations before naming the variables. I am going to explain those rules. First rule is The variable name must begin with alphabet or underscore. What is the first rule? The name of variable must begin with alphabet or alphabet or underscore. I will explain some do's and don'ts here for better understanding. Right. Do's, don'ts, don'ts. Right. Do's are you can create a variable like this. Number one, it is valid name. Why? Because starting letter is alphabet. You cannot define a name like this. First number, it should not begin with digit. It should begin with alphabet or underscore. So it is invalid variable name. You cannot you cannot define a variable like second number. So you can define like this. Number two, it is valid. But second number, it is not valid. Next one, underscore number, you can define like this. Why? Because the name of the variable can begin with alphabet or underscore. Here, it is valid. Now the second rule is the name of the variable doesn't have any spaces. The name of variable does not have any space. You cannot define a variable name like this. Odd space sum. You cannot give space in between the name. You can define like this. Odd sum. But there is no readability. Odd sum. Actually, we have to give some space here. But space doesn't allowed by variables. That's why you can do one thing. Odd underscore sum you can define like this. It is also readable. Odd sum. So it doesn't allow spaces. It doesn't allow any special character except underscore. You cannot write like this. Odd minus sum or odd at the rate of sum. Like this. These two are okay invalid variable names. So the variable name should allow only underscore. It doesn't allow any special character like minus, plus, into, by, at the rate of symbol like that. Now what is the third rule? The name of variable does not allow any special character except underscore. Except underscore, you should not use any special character. Next one, it should not be a keyword. Keyword means you cannot define a variable as like as integer or character. Like this you cannot define. Why? Because these two are data types. You cannot use them as variable names. So the name of variable should not be keyword. It should not be a keyword. It should not be a keyword. Maximum the length of the variable is 32. Up to 32 it is okay. If it exceeds its 32 letters, then it is not okay. So what is the maximum size, the length of the variable? The length of variable, the length of variable should not exceed 32 characters. It should not exceed 32 characters. These are the some scope rules of variables. Now see here, note it down. From a variable you have to note it down. My dear friends, note it down. What is variable? Variable is a container. Variable is used to store the data. A variable can store only one value at a time. A variable must be identified by a specific name. Variables are created inside the memory. variable can change or modify or vary its value at runtime. So it is called as variable. Now, how to create a variable? It is also called as declaration of variable. To create a variable, we have to specify data type and variable name. Next point to before going to use a variable, you must declare it. First you have to declare the variable, then you can use. Otherwise, it will produce error. To use variable, first of all, we have to declare it. What is the syntax of variable? First, you have to specify the data type as well as you have to specify the variable. The examples of integer roll number, character s name, here integer, character, float, all these are lowercase letters. In C language, C is a case sensitive, means uppercase letters, lowercase letters, both are treated differently. You should not use uppercase letters. You have to use only lowercase letters. Integer roll number, character s name of 100. Character s name of 100 means it can store up to 100 characters. You have to call it as string. It is not a character. String. String is nothing but a group of letters. Float marks like that. This is the memory of variables. Memory representation of variables. Now the scope rules of variables. There are 5 scope rules. The name of the variable must begin with alphabet or underscore. You should not start a variable using number. Second point, the name of the variable does not have any space, so it doesn't allow spaces. The name of the variable does not allow any special characters except underscore. You can use only underscore in name. You cannot use except underscore. The variable name should not be a keyword. It should not be a keyword like int, char, float, double, void. There are 32 keywords in C language. You should not use those 32 names as variable name. I will explain tomorrow what is variable. Sorry, what is a keyword. The maximum length of variable name is 32 characters. It should not exceed 32 letters. These are the do's, these are the don'ts. Note it down, friends. Do's or don'ts. Right, my dear friends, can I sign out? Can I sign out? Ping a message. Those completed, you can left. Right. I am ending my training session too for today. Okay. Thank you. Bye.
Right. I will start the today's session. Today I am going to explain the concept of modifiers. The meaning of modifier. We know there is a data type integer. What is the size of integer? Its size is 2 bytes. In 2 bytes memory, you can store numbers from minus 32,768 to plus 32,767. 767. You can store the numbers only in between these two. Suppose there is an employee whose salary is 1 lakh rupees per month. You cannot store 1 lakh value in integer. Why? Because its size is only 2 bytes. In 2 bytes memory, you can store only these values. For example, you have 2 liters water bottle. In 2 liters water bottle, how much of milk you can store? Up to 2 liters you can store. Why? Because its capacity is up to 2 liters. Beyond 2 liters, you cannot store in that bottle. In the same manner, it is the range of integer. You can store the values in between 32,768 plus 32,768. That's it. You cannot store more than these values. Now what to do? I have to store 1 lakh value, 1 lakh. Now I have to change the meaning of integer. To change the meaning of integer, I have to use one modifier. Its name is long. What is its name? Long. Long means long integer. Right. Long is nothing but long integer. It is long integer. Then its size increase up to 4 bytes. Then you can store 1 lakh value. Here long is a modifier. Now I want to reduce the size of integer. Then I can use short integer. Short int I can use. I want to store only negative numbers. I want to store only negative numbers. Then I can use signed integer. Signed integer. Sign means minus sign. Minus. Minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. All negative numbers have sign, minus sign. Those numbers are called as signed integers. I want to store only positive integers. Then I can say unsigned integers. Unsigned integers. The long, the short, the signed, the unsigned, these are called as modifiers. What are those? These are called as modifiers. Now tell me, what is modifier? What is modifier? It is a keyword. It is a keyword provided by C language developer. There are 32 reserved words are there. One among them is long, short, signed, unsigned. So these are the keyword. It is a keyword. It is used to modify the meaning of data types. Meaning of data types. It is used to modify the meaning of data types. So it is called as modifier. So it is called as modifiers. C language provides 4 types of modifiers. C language provides 4 types of modifiers. How many types of modifiers are there? 4 types. What are those? One is long, second one is short, third one is signed, fourth one is unsigned. Fourth one is unsigned. Signed, unsigned. These four are the modifiers available in C language. Now, once again, listen carefully. What is modifier? Modifier is nothing but a keyword. What is the use of modifier? By using modifier, you can change the meaning of data type. So it is called as modifier. How many types of modifiers are there? There are four types of modifiers. What are those? Long, short, signed, unsigned. Note it down. Note on this. Note on this. Now, the next concept is format specifiers. Format specifiers. What is the meaning of format specifier? In our country, there are some popular parties are there. One is BJP, second one is Congress. In AP and Telangana, there are TRS and TDP, YCP, some major parties are there. Popular parties are there. Each party is having a symbol, no? What is the symbol of BJP? Lotus. What is the symbol of Congress? Hand symbol. What is the symbol of TRS? Car symbol. What is the symbol of TDP? Cycle symbol. What is the symbol of YSRCP? Fan symbol. Each party is having its own name, no? Now, what is the need of having symbols? Why every party has a symbol? What is the use? Because there are some illiterates. They cannot read. They can identify the symbol, but they cannot read Telugu or English or Hindi. For them, every party is having a symbol. In the same manner, there are lot of data types are there. For each and every data type will be represented by a special symbol. That symbol is called as format specifier. Each and every data type will be represented by a special symbol. That symbol is called as format specifier. Simply format specifier is nothing but it is a special character. What is that? It is a special character. Special character. It always ends with a slash symbol. Which symbol? Slash symbol. It always ends with a slash, means this one, slash symbol. Now, I will explain some symbols. After that, I will explain the theory. I am going to insert a table here. Wait a minute, my system is somewhat slow today. Right? data type and format specifier. We have character data type. To represent character %C, we use %C as symbol. That is format specifier. Sorry, all are %C. Now, integer data type %D or %I we can use. D for decimal number, I for integer. D for decimal number, I for integer. Both you can use. %D or %I, both you can use. We have float data type. Float %F is the data format specifier. F means float. Next, one more data type is double. Double means %LF. Actually, for character we use %C. For integer we use %I. For float we use %F. For double we have to use %D. But already we used %D for integer. That's why %LF you used. LF in the sense long float. I already explained you. Float maintains 6 precisions, whereas double maintains 10 precisions. That only the difference. So double is nothing but long float. That's why we call it as LF. Now, yesterday I explained there is a string Rama. In Rama, how many characters are there? 4 characters are there. Group of characters is nothing but string. So for string, you have to use %S. What is that? %S. Just now I explained long integer. For long integer, you have to use %LD. L for long, D for decimal integer, decimal number. Long decimal, LD. I explained unsigned integer. Unsigned. Unsigned. For that, we have to use %U. For unsigned integer, you have to use %U. I already explained yesterday, there are 2 derived data types. One is the arrays and the second one is pointers. Now, it has a special unit. Pointer is a special unit. I will explain later. To represent a pointer, we have to use %P you have to use. P for pointer. To represent a octal number system. There are 4 types of number systems are there, no? Decimal number system, binary number system, octal number system, hexadecimal number system. For octal number system, we have to use %O. Hexadecimal number system. For that, we have to use %x or we can use %capital X also. Capital X. These are some of the special characters used to represent the data types. So, it always begins with which symbol? % symbol. These can be used while reading the data as well as while printing the data. While reading the data as well as while printing the data. It can be used in scanf. Scanf means it is a function used to read the data. And printf means it is a function used to print the data on screen. I will explain later about these 2 functions. Now, %C, %D, %F, %LF, all these can be used only inside these 2 functions. It can be used in scanf function and it can be used in printf function, right? So these are also called as formatted strings. These are also called as formatted strings. One more name for this is formatted strings. Formatted strings are format specifiers or formatted characters. Control strings. There are so many names are there. Or control strings. so many names are there. Control strings, formatted strings, format specifiers, like that. These are the list of format specifiers we have. Right. Now, the next concept is escape sequences. What is the next concept? Next concept is escape sequences. What is the use of escape sequence? I will explain here. I am going to open a paint brush. Now it is the paint. I will explain this concept using paintbrush. What is the use of paintbrush? We can draw something in paintbrush. I am going to write a leave letter. How to write a leave letter? Tell me. In center, you have to write leave letter heading. At rightmost, you have to write date and place. At leftmost, you have to write to the principal so and so college. After that, you have to write respected sir. After that, you have to write, sir, I am so and so, I am suffering from fever, so please grant me leave for 2 days. Thanking you, sir. Yours faithfully, your signature, your name. Like this, you have to write a leave letter. But I write a leave letter like this. In this manner, I write leave letter, today's date, my village, to the principal of so and so college. Respected sir, I am suffering from fever, so please grant me leave for 2 days. Thanking you, sir. Yours faithfully, my signature, my name, like that. Which one is correct? First one or second one? First one is correct. Second one is not correct. Here you did not follow any format. To write a letter, there is a format, specific format. You have to follow that format. Here you did not follow the format, but you write the data in continuous manner. The data is in continuous manner. The data here, it is not in continuous, but it is in format, specific format. Now this is the right one, this is wrong one. This is not right. So this is right. Now, whenever we open a file, then cursor is at the left top corner. Am I right? Whenever you open a file, where is the cursor? It is at the left top corner. I want to move to some distance forward direction. For that, what you have to press on keyboard? You can press on space bar. But you have to keep pressing space bar for long time. Instead of pressing space bar, you can click tab button, tab, tab, tab. Whenever you press a tab button, then what happens? Cursor move a tab distance forward. A tab distance in the sense, it may be 4 spaces, or it may be 6 spaces, or it may be 8 spaces. It depends upon the system, your system settings. Whenever you press a tab key, then what happens? The cursor move in forward direction. For that, you have to write in C language, you have to write /t. /t means it is used to move the cursor. Move the cursor means, what is this one? Here one is blinking. What is that one? It is known as cursor. Cursor to a tab distance. To a tab distance forward. In forward direction. If you want to move the cursor to a tab distance forward, we have to write /t. After writing leave letter, I have to move to next line. How to move to next line? To move to next line in C language, we have to write /n. N for new line. It is used. What is the use of slash n? It is used to print. It is used to move the cursor to the beginning of next line. Where? To the beginning of next line or new line. Next line. Slash n for next line. Slash p for tab distance. Suppose I committed a mistake here. Then I have to remove the last character. For that, you have to type backspace on the keyboard. Here you can use slash b. Slash b means it move the cursor to a character backward. It move the cursor to a character backward. In backward direction, you can move the cursor to a character backward. Suppose I want to move the cursor to the beginning of same line. To the beginning of next line, you have to use slash n. I want to move the cursor to the beginning of same line. For that, you have to use slash r. What is the use of this one? It is used to move the cursor to the beginning of same line. To the beginning of same line. If you want to move to next line, then you have to write slash n. If you want to move to same line, you have to move to slash. You have to use slash r. Right. These are the escape sequences. Suppose I want to print Hyderabad within the single quotation. Then to print anything, you have to use printf statement in C language. I will explain later what is printf statement, how to use it. I will explain later. To print anything on screen, you have to use which function? Printf function. I want to print a Hyderabad, so I have to write the Hyderabad. Semicolon. Every statement should be end with a semicolon. It is called as statement terminator. What is the name of the symbol? Statement terminator. Suppose my decision, whenever you use this one, your answer is Hyderabad. You will get the output Hyderabad. This will print the Hyderabad on screen. But my intention is to print the Hyderabad within the single quotation. Within the single quotation, I want to print. So whatever you want to print, that should be mentioned within the double quotations of printf statement. So I need this as output. So I am keeping that data here within the single quotation Hyderabad. Then you will get error. Why? Because you opened double quotation, but you closed single quotation. These two are not matched. Whenever you open the double quotation, then you have to close with the double quotation. That's it. So computer always feels it is opening and it is closing. Then it shows error. Here also, it feels it is opening and it is closing. You opened single quotation, but you closed the double quotation. There is no matching between these two. It shows error. But actually, it is not the closing of this one, but it is not the closing of this single quotation. Actually, these two are the special characters to be printed on screen. To print a single quotation on screen, we have to write a slash single quotation. Remember this. Suppose you want to print a single quotation in on screen, then you have to write which one? Slash single quotation. Slash single quotation. What is the use of this one? It is used to print single quotation. Single quotation on screen. Then you have to use this one. It is used to print a single quotation on screen, right? This is the single quotation symbol. Suppose I want to print Hyderabad within the double quotation, then what to do? Within double quotation, I want to print Hyderabad. So if you want to print double quotation, you have to write slash double quotation here. Here also you have to write slash double quotation. Now, what is the use of slash double quotation? Slash double quotation. What is the use of this one? It is used to print which symbol? Double quotation symbol. Double quotation on screen. We have to write slash double quotation. Suppose I want to print a slash n on screen. A slash n on screen. Then what to do? See here. I write a slash n on screen. A slash n. I already told you within the double quotation, whatever you mentioned, that will be printed on screen. So it should print a slash n, but check the output. Printf start statement always try to print the data on screen. What is here? A. Now it print A on screen. Next one is slash n. What is the meaning of slash n here? It is used to move the cursor to the beginning of next line. Slash n won't print. It simply move the cursor to the beginning of next line. Now you got the answer A slash n? No. So here you want to print slash, you have to use a double slash. A slash slash n you have to use. Now what is the use of double slash? It is used to print a single slash in output. It is used to print single slash symbol in output. Then you have to use slash slash. If you want a single slash, we have to use a double slash. If you want to print single quotation, we have to use a slash single quotation. If you want to print double quotation, then you have to use slash double quotation. These all are called as escape sequences. What is the heading of this one? Escape sequences. See here, sequence in the sense this data is in sequence. Here you change the sequence of data. You follow the specific format. To follow the specific format, we have to change the sequence. To change the sequence, these characters are used. So these are nothing but escape sequences or escape characters. Now I will tell what is escape sequences. It is a special character. It is a special character. Actually, it is two characters, no? Slash is a character, T is a character, but these two are not two characters. These two are single character only. In C point of view, C language point of view, it is a special character. It is a single character. It is a special character. It always begins with which symbol? It always begins with which symbol? Tell me. Slash symbol. It always begins with the slash symbol. What is the use of escape sequences? These are used to change the sequence of output. The sequence of output. Sequence of output. It can be used only in printf. You should not use these symbols in scanf function. Means it is used to print the data. That's it. So it can be used only with the printf function. It can be used only with the printf function. You cannot use in other functions. Whenever you press a tab key, then what happens? Nothing will be printed on screen. Just cursor move from one location to another location. So these are called as non-printing characters. Whenever you press the enter key, then what happens? Cursor move to the beginning of next line. Nothing will be printed on screen. So it is called as non-printing character. It is called as non-printing characters. These are also called as white spaces. These are also called as white spaces, means nothing will be displayed on screen. So it is called as white spaces. These are the examples of format escape sequences we can use here, right? So these are the examples. Now note it down, these two concepts. Note down the format specifiers. Note down the format specifier. Format specifier is a special character. It always begins with, not ends with, it always begins with percentage symbol. It can be used only in scanf function and the printf function. These are called as formatted string. These are also called as formatted string or control string. These are some data types. These are some format specifiers we can use in printf and scanf function. Whenever you want to read the data, whenever you want to print the data by using scanf function or by using printf function, these format specifiers you have to use. You have to remember, you have to by heart these. For character, you have to use percentage %C. For integer, you have to use percentage %D or percentage %I. For float, you have to use percentage %F